So I love that today is the day that I get to live my truth, especially as the administrator of this center, because Reverend James is not here today. This experience has been interesting, to say the least. And before I started, some of you were asking me, are you excited? While others were asking, ooh, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. And then the rest of you were saying, who are you? And I can honestly say that I felt a combination of all three. I was excited, I was concerned for my well-being, and I often forgot who I was. But I walked into this position expecting it to be hard, and that's how it showed up for me. On my first full-time day in the office, when I walked in, the computer didn't turn on. This was the one cold Sunday in Los Angeles, and I kept turning the heat up, but it wasn't getting warmer. This is the same Sunday morning when the sound wasn't working in Theater 2. You remember that? But I figured it out. I figured it all out, except for the heat part. That didn't really kick in. But the rest of it, I got it. But on the second day of work, we had a problem with our internet. And as a practitioner student, I was completely aware that everything that was showing up was a reflection of my consciousness. So before my third day, I went for a walk in the morning with my beautiful wife, Ronnie, and said, I've got to do something. I have to identify what this belief is so that I can get rid of it. And that's when I realized that the job wasn't hard because it was big. The job was hard because I expected it to be. Jesus said, it's done unto you as you believe. And that's what I believed. And in the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes wrote, the one who wishes to demonstrate some particular good must become conscious of this particular good. So that day, I chose to become conscious of my good. And I decided to have the best day ever. And that's exactly what happened. My day was so amazing, I even had to document it on Facebook as being the best day ever. And at this point, the job is running a lot more smoothly for me. But still, I can use some volunteers. It's because it's important to me to build a community where everyone feels supported, where everyone feels supported by one another, where we all live joyful and prosperous lives and take full advantage of all of the tools, resources, and especially the people to remind us of who we are. I thank you for supporting me as your administrator and for coming up here and living my truth. So let's all know our truth together, shall we? Let's take out our affirmation cards. And at the bottom of the program, I need one too. You would think I'd be more prepared than this. I apologize. Handy, Connie's like my road dog. I don't know if you guys knew this. So, I'll say it once and you can repeat it with me twice. I live my truth and dare to be my greatest self. I live my truth and dare to be my greatest self. I live my truth and dare to be my greatest self. So in this moment, in this recognition of the expansiveness, the one, the unlimited power and potential of what God is, I recognize that God shows up as each and every one of us. God shows up in this moment. God shows up in and as this center. And we are all divinely supported by the reality, the truth, that what God is, I am, we all are. And as we step into this next moment, step into living our truth, expanding, expressing, loving, being, I know that as divine beings, everything that goes forth in the service, everything that goes forth in each and every one of our lives is perfect. Our lives unfold absolutely perfect. And when we when we direct our consciousness to unfold the way that we want it to, allow our lives to unfold the way we want it to, we get to reap the benefits of all that the universe has to offer. So in gratitude, I release my word, knowing that it is absolutely done, as together we say, and so it is. going to come up and sing an amazing song, because that's what she does. And Barbara Shane, because that's what she does too, right? Thank you.
This is what we do.
Them too. They're all.
And Othello and Lee. Let's give a wonderful hand to our newest singers here at the center, Othello and Lee. And of course, Barbara Shane, we already know and love you, my dear, so, okay. Here we go. No, it's not that. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you could start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way that words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. I wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. Yeah. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy. Fallen for the fear and done some disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run, just stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of this cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you will let the light in and show me how big your brave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Come on. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you wanna say, come on, and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Yeah. Just wanna see you. Oh, I wanna see you be brave. Whoa. Yeah. I wanna see you be brave. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, I wanna see you be brave. Oh, I wanna see you be brave. Yeah, the band of singers. Woo! All right. So, I'm going to bring up Karen Frost one more time because she's going to introduce from her heart and from her knowingness of this amazing man our wonderful speaker for today. So, Karen?
I am so honored and grateful to be able to introduce Mark Anthony Lord. If it wasn't for Mark Anthony Lord, I would not be standing here today. And I don't mean alive. I would have been alive. That's not what I mean. But my experience at the Bodhi Spiritual Center really gave me the courage to know that I can move to LA without a job, that my wife and I can move to LA without a job because we were prosperous and because we were divinely supported. And that I can go forth and fulfill my dreams by working in television. And I did that. And then I learned, I'd rather be a minister. And that's how I ended up here. So I believe that my consciousness allowed for me to have my two favorite spiritual leaders under one roof. And I am so grateful. It has nothing to do with their dreams in LA, everything to do with me. But no, seriously, they could have been at any spiritual center in LA. No part of me knew. My relationship with Global Truth Center with James Mellon had nothing to do with Mark Anthony. The universe created this, and I'm so grateful to be here and know this and I get to let you all know that the experience that's going to happen in 5 seconds is going to be amazing. You will be moved. And I am so grateful to introduce Mark Anthony Lord.
Thank you, baby.